Hello, this is Oscar. Welcome to Teacher eLink, a resource showcasing the best tools and ideas on the web so teachers can make their classroom pop. Let's begin with Commoncoresheets. This website, aptly named Commoncoresheets, is a resource tailored to the new Common Core standards. If you're in a state that uses Common Core, you'll find this perfectly suited for your classroom. If you're not a Common Core state teacher, you can still use this. The worksheets are pretty amazing as far as the ease and use and the variety of what you'll find in here. In any topic, you can see here addition, subtraction, angles, area and perimeter, anything that you need. Not only that, but when you go into it, say for example, if you're doing area and perimeter, it'll give you a preview of the page and what it looks like, the worksheet, and you can go in here and select what kind of worksheet you want. They organize the problems differently so that if you're going to give a review on something and you don't want the same, you have a different version of it. So you click on it. This is what it looks like. It requires Adobe. So here's the worksheet ready to print. And it also provides you with an insert key. So I recommend using this. Like I said, even if you're a non-Common Core state, you can get some pretty good ideas on what kind of stuff you can do off of here. Measurement, you see a lot of kind of stuff. Of course, as always, I recommend that teacher created tests are the best, so please don't use these as tests but as reviews and ideas. So that is Commoncoresheets. Let's go next to AAAMath. I hope you guys have heard about this before. AAAMath is basically a resource online that kids can use themselves to practice skills. For example, on the left side again, you see all the different study areas. So if you go, for example, to, let's say, money, if you're studying money, let's say that you're doing adding dimes and pennies. And so here at the top, they give you a little summation of what adding dimes and pennies is, and then there's a practice game. So, for example, you press start and the kid says 3 dimes and 6 pennies. 3 dimes and 6 pennies must be 36 cents. Let's check that. Correct. So that's the practice, and then the kid can choose if they want to play these 3 types of games: a countdown game, a give me time game, or 20 questions. So the 20 questions is pretty fun for them because it times them. So 1 dime and 2 pennies, 12 cents. Let's see, 12 cents, correct. If I get it wrong, let's see, if I do this, it tells you it's wrong. It's going to be in red, and it's going to tell you need to keep going because the time you can see is ticking. So I definitely recommend that you get your kids on AAAMath.com. Then finally, this resource I believe is a must. Even if you don't use it with the kids, you should at least be using it yourself to kind of review different ways of teaching and sort of get a different perspective. From Khan Academy. What I find here, so this is the home page, and it tells you if your teacher start here, it wants you to create an account, and it provides you points. I haven't done that myself. I simply go to the top and I go subjects, math, and applicable to elementary. I have found that the one most applicable is the math section. So say you're a 3rd grade teacher, you go math 3rd, and you are teaching different kinds of stuff. You're teaching rounding, for example, and you're teaching rounding to the nearest 100. You go on here and you can watch a video on rounding to the nearest 100 step by step. And so it's like a blackboard type thing. And so these teachers give you a step-by-step.
We're asked to round 152, 137, 245, and 354 to the nearest 100, which is another way of saying round each.
I'm going to turn it down for a minute just to say that from what I've seen of these, they're really efficient, and you can actually put the students on these themselves. They provide a pretty useful way of explaining, and they're pretty thorough in explaining everything.
And let's start with 152. Well, where does 152 sit? So it's halfway in between is 150. 152 is going to be right to the right of that. So that's 152 right over here.
So you get the gist. Let's see. So you can see that, like I said, the math is the most useful. The science, you see the science, economics, arts and humanities, computing, test prep. So there's also a coach and classroom resources. If you click on here, there's a whole section on get to know our site, how to best utilize these resources. So I would get on these if I were you. They're really helpful. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to this channel so you don't miss an episode. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and find a lot more goodies on cieloskid.com. Now go change the world.